Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my March collective haul where I share with you all of the beauty, skincare, hair care, makeup, basically all things beauty products that I accumulated throughout the month of March. Some I purchased myself, some were PR. I will save the PR for the end in case you are not interested in that, but if you are interested in seeing the products that entered my life in the month of March, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's just jump into the video. All right guys, I just got done filming a video for Palette Week and this video will be going up after, but I did mention in that video, it's like 10 o'clock at night. My daughter was playing around with my camera and my settings got screwed up, so my lighting I'm sure is not good. Plus it's super dark out, obviously because it's 10 at night. So if my lighting is not good during this video, I do apologize, but it is what it is. All right, let's just jump right into the things that I picked up during the month of March. If you guys are new to my channel, I also do a makeup rehab series where every single month I talk about the products that I brought into my collection throughout the previous month, the products that I used up, and I have this whole beauty bank thing. If you're confused about what I'm talking about but intrigued, check out my makeup rehab series, which will be linked below. But let's get into the products. So let's get into, I have one hair care item, so maybe we can start with that. I did just pick up the Olaplex number 3 as a replacement. This is a hair mask I always love to have in my hair care routine. It does wonders for my hair. It makes my hair feel a lot more healthy, a lot more soft. I feel like I can go, I feel like I can go longer between cuts, but honestly, I just don't really care and just never get my hair cut. Sometimes I try and cut it myself and regret it, but anyway, the Olaplex number 3 is a staple in my hair care routine, and I finished my old one off, so I needed to replace mine. And then I did place an order with Crave Beauty. So I have been wanting to try Crave Beauty for a really long time, and I decided to pick up their Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser as well as their Oat So Simple Water Cream. I was going to pick up their SPF, but it was sold out at the time that I placed my order. I have been using these products. I placed this order at the very beginning of March, so I've had these for a while, and I have been using these all month. So far, super impressed. But I feel like when I do my hauls, I always give these mini reviews and then my hauls are like a million years long. So I'm going to try not to do that as much today. So we're just going to talk about the items and then we'll come back later and talk about, we'll do like a rehaul follow-up. Keep your eye out for that. But from Versed, I also picked up their Skin Soak Rich Moisture Cream. I heard that this is a dupe for the La Mer moisturizer, which I will never purchase because I refuse to spend that much money on skincare or makeup. I say that now, but then I'll probably end up buying something from them. But I was just curious about this, so I picked that up from Target. So if you're following my makeup rehab series, I am currently on a lip product no-buy through April, but I did break my lip product no-buy because I wanted to buy something from Vieve Cosmetics. I have been following Jamie Genevieve for so long and I absolutely adore her. And I knew I wanted to pick up a blush when she released the blushes, and I figured if I was already making a purchase, I may as well just pick up a couple of lip products that I've had my eye on since the release anyway. So I did pick up one of the blushes, and I wanted to pick up something that was a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more out there, something that I didn't feel like I already had in my very extensive blush collection. So I went with the shade Sorbet, which looks like this. Swatching this, you guys, it looks like it's gonna be pretty pigmented and pretty intense. So I'm hoping I can figure out how to make this work. I think it will give a very beautiful sunburnt sort of look to the cheeks, which I adore that look in the spring, summer. So I'm really excited to use this. I love the packaging. I think packaging is like 10 out of 10 in terms of the branding. I also picked up a lip liner and a lipstick. So I picked up the shade Vieve in the lipstick, which is just a really beautiful pale brown nude. I love a good pale lip. So I picked that up, and then to go with it, I picked up the Velvet Sands lip liner, which is that right there. I have yet to try any of these products actually on my face, so I'm very excited about those. From Oden's Eye, I picked up 2 of their new palettes, and with that order, I decided to pick up one of the highlighters that came out in that collection. This is the Norns? It's late, you guys. Normally I'm sleeping by now. The Norns Mesmerizer highlighter. This is what it looks like. It is more of a pink toned highlight, but I will say there are some glitter particles in this, and off of like first couple of impressions, like it swatches so beautifully. So maybe I just need to get like the top layer off, because now that I'm like swatching into this, I feel like maybe I'll have better luck. I'm gonna have to keep using this, but I haven't been uber impressed off of my first couple of tries with this. So more to come on that. Also a new brand to me. I've been really wanting to try something from Mented Cosmetics and was really excited to see that they were on the Ulta website. So I decided to pick up one of their bronzers. This is in the shade Beach Bum. This is so soft to the touch. Like, it is so buttery and smooth, but I am a little bit worried because this looks very warm toned, and I'm someone who usually likes a more neutral, even like cool leaning bronzer. So I'm not so sure about this. I have yet to try this on my face. Again, it feels really nice and smooth, but I just don't know if the shade is going to work for me. And then speaking of Ulta and new brands to Ulta, a very controversial person that I decided to support because I couldn't help myself. And Jaclyn Hill is someone I've been following since the very beginning. She's one of the reasons I wanted to start my YouTube channel. So naturally, I couldn't resist, you guys. When it came to Ulta, I had to try these. So I picked up one of the blush and bronzer duos. I had got mine in the shade Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. I've used these a couple of times, and I'll say I don't know how I feel yet. Like, I just feel so-so, but I've only used them 2 times. So more to come on that. The packaging, really bulky. I don't know how I feel about the packaging. Not a 10 out of 10. And then I also picked up one of the highlighters, and I grabbed the shade Mesmerize, which is this really beautiful, kind of like rosy / bronzy pink tone shade. It is a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be, but I think blended out, it's going to be beautiful. You guys know I love a good warm pink toned highlight, and even like on the body, I think this is going to be beautiful in the summertime. So I'm excited to continue to test that out. And then the final 2 products I purchased for myself are palettes. So I had been doing previously separate videos for palette hauls, but I went a little bit buck wild on palettes the beginning of the year, and I've really needed to rein it in for myself and my mental sanity. So I'm just gonna share the 2 palettes that I picked up this month with you guys. I did pick up the Colourpop Sweet Peach palette. I have been wanting this since this released and have resisted for this long, but I finally just couldn't resist anymore. And I decided to pick this up because I just felt like this was such a beautiful palette for the springtime. I really love coral tones for the spring. I cannot wait to play with this. The shade Side to Side looks like the most beautiful shade ever. So very excited about that. And then I also picked up the Naked Wild West palette. Mine did come with a shattered shade. Not a big deal, but I have been wearing the heck out of this palette. I got this at the beginning of March, and I have been wearing this so much. I've been really impressed with this palette thus far. And if you've had your eye on this, I'd say go for it. So that is it for all of the products that I purchased with my own money. We will now move into PR products. So if you're not interested in the PR, totally get it. Thank you guys for sticking around to watch up until this point. But let's jump into some of the PR products that I have received. First, let's start with this. This is from my sister, so not necessarily PR, but this was gifted to me by her. We kind of do this thing where we trade products back and forth that don't work for us, and we're like hoping they will work for the other person. But she gave me the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil. This is just a body butter, super nourishing, and this has been a godsend for me. And not only me, but my husband as well. We have very dry skin in this household, so I have been loving this. From Skinfix, I actually have 3 products. These 2, I don't think I hauled. I'm like losing track of everything. I don't think I hauled these in February, but if I did, I got them at the very end of February. So if I've already hauled these, I do apologize. But I have their Resurface Glycolic Renewing Scrub, as well as their AHA Renewing Cream. I have liked these so far. This is pretty intense, but again, this isn't a video for reviews. We're just hauling things, so I'll try not to drone on. And then recently they sent me their Barrier Plus Lipid Peptide Lotion. This is for your face. I've only used this once, but it felt really nice. I will say I recently tried out the Skinfix hand cream. You guys, if you have really dry hands because you're washing your hands all the time and you're using hand hand sanitizer all the time and you put lotion on and you feel like you're gonna cry because your hands stink so much, which is my reality just about every day, try the Skinfix hand cream. I purchased that with my own money. It is so nourishing, but it doesn't sting. It's like the most bizarre thing ever. Like, you don't think it's gonna work because it does not sting, but then your hands just suddenly like start to be less and less dry, and it's incredible. So highly recommend. I was so excited about this, you guys. You guys know I love Isle of Paradise, which could be a bad thing for the brand for me to be talking about because I always have the most splotchy self-tan ever because I don't wear a mitt. My hands are just always a disaster. I'm always on like day 7 of my self-tan and I do nothing to like upkeep or maintain my self-tan. My skin's dry, so like it wears off in patches, but I love Isle of Paradise. So I was really excited when they came out with the self-tanning butter. This is now available at Sephora. And I had one previously from the, why am I blanking on the name? Look Fantastic website, which is like this really large jar. I think they're a little bit different because they look different. Like, they look different. This one is like, almost has a, not like a bluish tint to it. I don't want to squirt it out because then I'm going to get even more splotchy self-tan. I think they're a little bit different. I love this. This I use like day 2 and 3 after I use the Isle of Paradise tanning water. And this really does help to maintain like that healthy bronzy glow rather than going in with more tanning water and then just looking like so unnaturally tan. Like, there's been some days at work. I've already warned all my coworkers, like, hello you guys. We have reached self-tanning season. You can expect my hands to always be a different shade than my arms. You can expect streaks down my arms. You can expect my ankles to be weird shades. Like, just get ready for it. Just don't judge me. But I've been a big fan of this thus far. And if you are looking for a product like this for like the Vieve sale, I know I'm gonna be picking up a backup. From I Do Care, they sent me over their Bright Side Brightening Vitamin C Serum. This is now available at Target, as well as some other products from I Do Care, which previously I only knew to be available at Ulta and the I Do Care website. So I was really excited to see that this was in Target, and I will say I do really like this for a less expensive vitamin C serum. It's a lot thinner than some of the vitamin C serums that I've used in the past, and I have no issues with pilling, which sometimes I do with vitamin C serums. So I've actually been a fan of this thus far. Will I repurchase it when I finish it? Probably not, just because I like to test new products, test new things, and I wouldn't say it's become like a holy grail, but I think it's nice, especially if you're looking for something that isn't like in the $40 to $50 range. From Moroccan Oil, they sent over their dry scalp treatment. I thought I had a dry scalp, but I think I just really have dry hair. So this has been a little, there's been a learning curve with this. At first I was using way too much, but now I feel like I figured out the right amount. But on the flip side of that, I also feel like I don't necessarily really have a dry scalp, so I don't really have a need to use this, and I just need to repurchase my Moroccan Oil treatment because that is what I love to use in my hair to make it super soft. I just talked about that in my Sephora bestsellers I think are worth the money. But if you have dry scalp, you know, I think this is a new product, so maybe check it out. I can't speak for like what, like I don't really have dry itchy scalp, so I feel like I can't speak for the effect that it really gives. And then the final product is this one from Pharmacy. They recently came out with the Feeling Good Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum. Only used this a couple times. Again, I'm not giving my full review here, but this does feel really nice on the skin. It feels really nice and nourishing, but it is a thinner consistency, so it doesn't feel super heavy on the skin, which I really appreciate. So far, again, I've only used it a couple times. I have been a big fan of that. But after that, that is going to conclude my March haul. I would love to know, what products did you guys recently pick up in March, or were you holding off? I know the VIB sale is just right around the horizon. I am sure I'll be picking up a lot because I just can't help myself. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.